First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that lands in the end zone, so the opening drive will begin at the 25. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was taken down by...
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's McDonald. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, McDonald. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
First down.
And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Taken down just shy of midfield. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Vikings.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, McDonald. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Off the play fake. Huntley. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. A nice little juke. That he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
19 yards.
Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And this one complete to Reed. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Huntley. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Huntley. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
To throw, Huntley. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, McDonald. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, McDonald. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, McDonald. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd and 12. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Danielle Hunter showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Eluding the pressure right. Gonna let one fly for Rupp. He's got a man. Complete. 20. 10. Touchdown. Chicago. Now as his guys are on the board first here tonight. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-to-interception ratio is, what, 3-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, McDonald. Got an open man finding Jefferson. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's McDonald to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had it. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And all the way down inside. inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, Huntley. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
13-yard line.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
My, oh, my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald flushed out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. It turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, McDonald. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
McDonald sets to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing on first down. McDonald. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first and 10, McDonald. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, but it'll be second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, McDonald. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Operating from the gun, McDonald. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Intended for Justin Jefferson. Incomplete.
So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
For Minnesota.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Flush to his right. That'll be complete to the running back, A.J. Dillon. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there, Neil.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
On the carry.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, McDonald. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Huntley. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw on 2nd down, McDonald. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, McDonald. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass.
And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Buying time to his left. And that's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Yeah, let's get set.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, Huntley. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cole Kmet. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Cole McDonald. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Lining up for the point.
So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. On 1st down, Huntley. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Throwing on first down. Huntley. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
The Vikings 44-yard line.
From the gun, Huntley. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. On 1st and 10, Huntley eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And the pressure gets to him again. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
On for the field goal, a 37-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Adam Thielen.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
38-yard.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 21-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers.